Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily go getter, Mism number 606 for May 31st, 2016. Last day of May, it's over. So we're like 180 days into the year. Half of the year is down, right here in the middle. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about making an apology versus making amends. An apology versus amends. Apologizing versus amending. When you make an apology, we already know what that is. That's when you express sorrow about something. You show remorse. You know, you've done something to somebody, you know that you was wrong, you shouldn't have done it. The person is feeling bad, and you know, tell them that you're sorry. It starts when we're little kids. You know, little kids abuse each other, tease each other, hit each other, and things like that. Adults step in, they intervene, and they say, listen, tell such and such is sorry. Or they really lay the guilt trip on them. Like, do you think that it was nice for you to have done such and such to such and such? And you're like, no. Well, do you feel bad about doing it? Yes. Well, tell them you're sorry. I'm sorry, such and such. And then, you know, next thing you know, the kids are playing with each other, and the cycle continues again and again and again. But that's how kids learn. They learn that, you know, you can't say certain things or do certain things to people and expect it to be okay. You have to say you're sorry. You have to apologize. But the thing is, when we're kids, we are taught to mean the things that we apologize for. We're not taught to just apologize just for the sake of apologizing, or apologize just so somebody else will feel better about the wrong that you have done to them. You apologize because you know it's the right thing to do, and you know that you have done something wrong and you want to make it right. You know, speaking of making it right, that's when we get into making amends. But let me finish up on the whole apologizing thing. See, somewhere along the line, as we become adults, we start to think as we want to think. We rebel against the teachings that we had when we were in Get Set or preschool or kindergarten, when apologies are necessary and they're really enforced. You know, as we start to get a little older. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, I wonder if there's a correlation between the adjustment of kids who never went to kindergarten, the ones who went right to first grade, and maybe they didn't learn the value of that apologizing or that apology. I'm not saying that people who went straight to first grade without going to preschool or kindergarten are any less smart or any less developed. But I do remember them having some problems, and it has me thinking. It's something to think about, and it's probably something that we should research. Anyway, somewhere along the line, we found out that we can apologize or say that we're sorry for things that we really ain't sorry for, and that would get us out of trouble. So we started doing that, and as we got into adulthood, then we started really taking control of that. Like, all I gotta do is say I'm sorry and I won't get suspended. All I gotta do is say I'm sorry and I'll get out of this ticket. All I gotta do is say I'm sorry and I won't get in no trouble. All I gotta do is say I'm sorry and they'll give me another chance. All I gotta do is say I'm sorry. All I gotta do is say I'm sorry. All I gotta do is say I'm sorry. And then we get into apologizing for the wrong reasons. We're not apologizing because we know that we're wrong, or that we feel wrong, or that we even care. We start apologizing just because somebody said that we're supposed to apologize, and then that'll get us out of trouble. Making amends is when you try to fix things that you're wrong for. So you apologize, you make an apology to somebody, but you also try to fix what's wrong. Like, the court system uses amends as a way of litigation. In other words, somebody sues you. You don't even have to apologize. You don't have to say that you're sorry. If it turns out that there's enough evidence to prove that you did what you did to somebody, you have to compensate them. You have to make them whole, as they say. So that's a way of making amends. Even though you may feel like it ain't right, I shouldn't have to give you no money. I shouldn't have to compensate you. I shouldn't have to do anything. And no, I'm not sorry for what happened, because what happened wasn't even the way that the evidence was reported. But I lost this case, and I guess I gotta pay you. But the only reason that I'm paying you, and the only thing I feel bad about, is that I have to pay you. I don't feel bad about nothing I did to you. You had it coming. You ain't no good. That's in the courts. On a personal level, when we know that we have done something messed up to somebody. Let's say it was something fairly innocent. You borrowed somebody's car, you crashed their car up. Now, an irresponsible, reckless, and thoughtless person, inconsiderate person, will say something like, well, yeah, I crashed the car, but it wasn't my fault. You know, I shouldn't have to pay for this car, and you ain't have sufficient insurance. So if you had sufficient insurance, we wouldn't be having this conversation, because your car would be getting fixed. But now you expect me to pay for this car. That ain't right. See, there's no remorse, and there's no making amends, not voluntarily anyway. Real making amends would say, listen, first of all, I want to thank you for letting me hold your car, and I'm sorry, man, but you know, somebody ran into me, crashed up your whip. It's in bad shape, but I'm gonna do whatever is necessary to get it fixed. I'm gonna take it to my man over here. He has an auto body shop, and we're gonna get you right. It may take me a while to pay for it, but I'm gonna make sure that I pay you back every dime. I'm sorry, man. You know, I didn't mean to do that. I really apologize. I'm sorry. That's how you make amends. See, some people try to make amends without making an apology. Like, you know, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and fix their car before they start bitching and shit, man. You know what I mean? Damn. Knew I shouldn't have borrowed his ride. I'm gonna go ahead and fix it though. But they just go ahead and fix it, and then, but a friendship can get soured that way, because you might forget to apologize to a good friend, or a lover, or a wife, or a spouse. You know, so let's say you get, I don't know, let's say you got into an argument and you said some old crazy stuff to the one you love, you know, some personal stuff or some family stuff or some stuff that you knew that would hurt their feelings. Instead of apologizing for that, because you know you feel bad, but you too ashamed to apologize. So instead of doing that, you go out and buy them a ring, buy them flowers and candy, go get them a new outfit, some jewelry. So you never said I'm sorry, but you're going to come through with the amendment. You come through making amends. Like, this is my way of saying I'm sorry, but I'm not going to say it out of here. Thing about it is, if you never say it out of here, it doesn't work out too well. People be mad. They be mad at you. Like, what? Yeah, all right, you bought me this nice thing and all of that, but I ain't materialistic enough to let you get away without apologizing to me. I need that apology, homie. So the best thing to do is to make an apology and fix what's wrong. Because when you've done something wrong to somebody, really, you got to fix shit back the way they want it, not the way you want it. You're the violator. So you got to eat crow for a minute. You got to fall back. You got to eat that. And that's that. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, there's a difference between making an apology and making an making amends. But both of them should require an apology, because that will sweeten back a relationship that may have turned sour. And you don't want to, the way things are, we don't want to lose no friends. You know, let's keep the ones that we have and cultivate even new ones and become better people. Tomorrow night is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. And it's going to be a hot show too, man. You know, we're going to be talking about child support in terms of how men pay child support. Not just men, but anybody who pays child support, because there's a lot of evidence to support that women are even bigger deadbeats than fathers are when it comes to child support. But that's in percentages, because there are not as many women who pay child support as there are men. But for the men who do pay child support, we're going to be talking about the way that some men pay their child support, but they want to navigate how the money is spent. They don't understand that the child support goes towards the support of the child. So that's in any way. That goes to clothing, that goes to food, that goes for utilities, that goes for rent, that goes for a whole lot of things. So you pay the child support to the mother of the child to support the child. You can't tell the mother of the child how to spend the money, but a lot of men don't understand that. So we're going to try to increase our understanding of it. Not only that, but a lot of men get pissed off because they feel like their child support is not going all the way towards their child. So if the mother of the child has another child, they worry that the child support that they pay will be used to support any siblings that the child has. And guess what? It does. It does, and it will. That's what we're working with. That's just the way it goes. Period. It's one of the pitfalls of having children. Not just having children outside of wedlock, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with having children out of wedlock. I'm sorry. But there is something wrong with having children outside of responsibility. And when both parents aren't mature and responsible, then we get situations like the one we're going to talk about tomorrow. So we're not going to be beating men down, but we're going to kind of get into the funny aspect of how some men really think that they can control the money that they have to give up. So we're going to see about that. It's going to be hot tomorrow. The Urban Therapy with Sun Show, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 347-677-1533. Make sure y'all come through. Holla at us. blogtalkradio.com/sun752. And I get with y'all. Have a good night.